lady once, and we're coming back to talk to her again. All right, we're going to be seeing what she's doing from the last time that we talked and see how far that we can go here. I just want everybody to understand something. I've been in health for 44 years come this September. I have never seen such a tsunami of sickness in my life. The people that consider themselves healthy are already sick. The people that, and I mean, I'm talking about the majority of the population that consider themselves healthy. If you think I'm kidding, I talk to people all the time. Yeah, I'm healthy. But meanwhile, they've got adult onset diabetes, they've got arthritis, okay? They've got neurological so-called disorders and diseases. They've got eczema and psoriasis, but guess what healthy is today? It's not, okay, healthy, okay? You're healthy even if you're on drugs. If you're on prescription drugs, you're healthy. Because at this very moment, I'm not feeling any pain or having any suffering. And by the way, I'm not in the hospital. Because now you're not healthy when you're in the hospital. But when you're not in the hospital, you're healthy today. Right now, I'm trying to get my practitioners all around the world, because I've taught thousands of them, I'm trying to get them prepared. I'm trying to get them prepared for the tsunami that's going to hit. And it is going to hit so hard. We are going to see a 50% increase in illness, okay, chronic, life-threatening illness every year. And by 3 years from now, I just told everyone, look, you need to do your study, you need to do your homework, and you need to stay to the basics. Because understand something. I'm going to tell you this, whether you want to believe this or not, but you know what? There's 100 times more natural health practitioners out there, and people aren't getting healthier. I have nurses and chiros and medical doctors coming to me for consultations. Okay? Right now, I just did a consultation for a functional medicine doctor this morning. Nothing's functional out there. Okay, everybody is so well educated. No, they're so well programmed. I'm telling you right now, and now people aren't going to like this, but I've got practitioners that they're lay people that have always wanted to be a practitioner, and guess what? They never became one. Why? Because the government and the Naturopathic Association, the Chiropractic Association, okay, and all of these other associations make everybody believe you got to spend $200,000, go to school for 4 years after you've done everything else, and then maybe you'll be good enough. I've got practitioners that have come and take my courses and understand something. You know what? They do their homework. They understand that. You know, they do their research. They'll use the Perfect Day Guide, okay? They'll use the Wolfe Non-Surgical Guide, and you know, these are as good as any university or better. And the reality is, what am I trying to get at, Daryl? Are you trying to pitch yourself? No, I'm trying to tell you that it's all BS out there. Don't you dare tell me about your doctorate. Don't you dare tell me about how many years you've practiced. You know how many times somebody calls me up and go, I'm a whole life coach, and they took an online course. People say to me, when are you going to put your whole life health certified course online? I will never put it online. I might put a Inky Dinky Schnitzel House one on, because you can't have a health certification course online and then say that it's real. And then most of these people, it's just a paper mill. Nobody can ever call us a paper mill. Our practitioners are the only practitioners in the world that give a money-back guarantee for all consultations and all treatments. That's right. I give money-back guarantees for all my courses. And I don't care if you're a doctor or a chiropractor or a nurse or a naturopath. We're going to come and blow your socks off. Because everybody's programmed. I don't have anybody calling me up that, you know what? it would be great if they were just neutral, but the information they actually have is terrible, and it actually doesn't work. Oh, come on. Hundreds of thousands of medical doctors, okay, and like millions, okay, of natural health practitioners, and guess what? We've got children suffering today so bad. And then where's the follow-up, guys? Most of the natural health practitioners out there do no follow-up. Every one of my practitioners, if we do a consult, you get lifetime support. And that means everyone I've ever taught. So don't think things are going to get better. They're not going to get better. Because everybody's been programmed to make themselves sick and their family sick and their friends sick. Everybody's getting together to be sick. Yes or no? Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm a drama queen, king, whatever you want. But the reality is this. I'm not going to live in illusion like everybody else. Okay? We're in big trouble right now. And it is so simple to get well. And you can reverse any illness you want as long as you have value. As long as you totally want to care and love for yourself and have love for yourself like you've never had before. But most of you will never do it because it feels so foreign, or it feels like maybe you'll go to hell for it or something. I really don't know. But I've never seen anything so ridiculous in all my life. You know, most of the stuff that we do, we give away for free. I created the largest app in the world, healthcare app, that you can create your own program, follow along with yourself, and everybody's always complaining about money. Everybody's always complaining about money now. And I just want you to know something, everyone. Whatever you complain about, you're just going to get more of it. You ever notice that? You ever notice that people are always talking about their illness that only gets worse? You ever notice that? It's all about strategy. It's all about getting off the beaten path. It's about changing your personality to change your reality. And that's why I do these Real People, Real Healing shows. And all of them are real, okay? Most of the people I talk to, hi, would you like to come on my show? Okay, because guess what? Most people say I can't afford to have a consult. Well, then come on the Real People, Real Healing. We'll get you started, okay? All right, but you got to take some massive action and start doing your homework. Download the Perfect Day Guide. Go into the BHN app. So let's find out if this beautiful lady has actually done a little bit of homework. How's that? How you doing, love?
Good.
So we did our first Real People, Real Healing together. What did you think of it? And what have you done so far? And let's just give everybody a little bit of a synopsis.
Well, I wanted to lose weight, and I seen you online, and I took and got on one of your Zoom calls that you were doing, or meetings, and then I talked to you, and you asked me if I'd like to come on and do a consult. So I did. And since I talked to you last time, I've lost weight. I had a goiter on
When
my
was the last time we talked?
I think maybe the 17th or so of June. It was on a Tuesday. But anyways.
Okay, so it was about 3 weeks ago.
Anyways, my goiter, it's not as protruding as it was. I've lost weight.
Okay, let's talk about this. First of all, you never lost weight. You lost infection and inflammation.
Yes.
And because of the inflammation, you were retaining water. And now we sent the fire truck back to the fire department. So now you've lost the water because we're bringing down the inflammation and the infection. And the goiter's coming down because you're thinking differently now, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Yeah.
My right knee used to bother me whenever I was on it a lot or bending and stuff, and it doesn't now. But I used to have a lot of phlegm.
So it stopped bothering you since the last 3 weeks?
Since I've been on your protocol.
Okay, now wait till we tell you about the protocol, everyone. Let me just tell you, everyone, okay? You have been so screwed over by the system. Not just by medical, and I'm not trying to down any nurses or doctors, but it's the system they have to work from. But even the natural health practitioners that play Inky Dinky Schnitzel House, You know, there's always going to be a major part of the population that never wants to take responsibility for themselves. Do not call me. Because guess what? It didn't work for me. No, you didn't work for yourself. It's your body. It was gifted to you by God Almighty. We can't cure anybody. We can't heal anybody, but we got strategies that can heal everything. I said everything. I said everything. Because we have hardly even done anything so far with you, right? We just asked you to do a few things, right? 3 weeks ago, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
What did I have you do? Ask you to do 3 weeks ago?
You asked me to take and do the watermelon and water, and
Okay,
have
but
one.
I asked you just to eat watermelon.
Yes,
How many times have you come off a watermelon and done something else?
I'd say 3 times.
You see, she never told me, but I know she does, because you understand something. People that are overweight, they are addicted to eating, okay? And they're addicted to eating because they haven't learned how to master their emotions yet. But then hardly is anybody, all right? And that's why the billionaire psychos can pull our pants down and give it to us, okay? Because guess what? Most of us are so emotionally, okay, all right, always on the edge, all right? It's like attack, react, react, attack. And that's how everybody is. So anyways, you started 3 weeks ago and you did the watermelon. And can I ask you what you ate when you came off the watermelon those 3 times?
Well, we have a fresh.
No, this is a no guilt thing. There's no guilt here.
We have a garden. My brother put out a garden. He stays with my mom, and we've had fresh cabbage. We had tomatoes, peppers, onions out of the garden, and I ground some beef, and that's what I had.
And you ground some beef. She did everything good until she did the beef. She actually put her guts into shock when she ate the beef. Okay? Understand that, everyone. And she can say, I never felt a thing, but I guarantee you, it felt like a brick inside of her. Okay?
It went right through me.
No, that's right. Called diarrhea, because it said, no way are you bringing in this low vibrational food when we've been doing watermelon, which is a high vibrational food. And understand, I'm not downing all you meat eaters, but how much energy and electrical conductivity is in meat?
Probably none, because it's dead.
Thank you. And guess what? So we were using live, high vibrational food called watermelon to flush out your colon and to flush out your kidneys, okay? And to start cleansing to get you ready, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was a real, that was really tough for your digestive tract. Yeah. So either you would have held it and you would have blown up, or like you said, it went through you quick, which means that she probably could have pooped through the eye of a needle 30 feet away, because her body rejected it and said, get this the heck out of here.
Yes, it's exactly right.
Yeah. Okay. So what we do is we don't need to burn from our lessons. We just need to learn from our lessons. That's all. Like I said, no judgment here, because you know what? I think you're doing fantastic. That's what I'd say. You know?
I really feel better. I was shocked that it was easy to just eat. When you told me just eat the watermelon and drink water, I just thought, well, I'm not going to be able to do that, because I'm used to eating, like you said.
Well, no, you're used to overeating.
And that's true too. Overeating. Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
True.
Yeah.
And anyway, I took in the watermelon.
You do know that overeating is 3 meals a day. You do know that the human body was never meant to eat 3 meals. You do know that, right?
I do now. Yes.
Oh, you do now. That's right. We're all just garbage cans, and you're just trying to fill the garbage can up. And most of us smell like a garbage can from both ends. Yeah.
Because I didn't have to eat. I mean, the watermelon satisfied me. I wasn't hungry, and I didn't think I ate because of my emotions or the way I was feeling. But I do feel like that's exactly what I was doing.
Oh, yeah. It was all emotional.
Yes, emotional.
And then also, if you were with the family, it was like, I just want to stay with the herd and I want to be accepted. And the herd probably said, come on, just have some with us, because people.
Actually, no. I mean, my
Okay.
husband, I help him eat because he has Parkinson's, like we talked about before. And he has trouble cutting stuff up and sometimes getting it to his mouth. But I take and would help him. And I thought it would be harder watching him eat and helping him that I'd want to eat. But I didn't, because the watermelon, I don't know, it just satisfied me. I didn't.
Well, watermelon love has 8% protein, and people don't get that.
No, they don't.
No, it has 8% protein, so it will satisfy your amino acid needs. Okay.
I've had a lot of people say, well, it's not good for you. I looked it up online. The watermelon diet's not good, blah, blah, blah. And I thought, yeah, but you don't know everything either.
Well, no, they looked up on Google. Does anybody know who owns Google? The psycho-billionaire pharmaceutical complex. Understand something right now. Your friends don't know anything about health.
No,
because
they're not healthy
just going to
either.
end up getting sick, and then because you've learned, they might come to you, or they won't come to you at all because they'll just do drugs, right?
Probably.
And please don't get me wrong, anyone. I'm not trying to be probably. Really? You think probably? How about 9 out of 10 of them? Okay, let me tell you something. Why don't you ask your friends how they're doing? You're going to find out that most people around the age of 50 are on 3 to 4 medications. Yeah, if you didn't know this, when you go to school to become a medical doctor, they teach you right away. By the time a child is 10 years old, they should be on one medication. By the time they're 22, by the time they're 33, by the time they're 44, why don't you ask your medical doctor, and you'll find out that's one of the main things that's pushed down to them. And what they say to these doctors when they're training them is that you're going to find this because that's what people need to live comfortably. So just know you're doing them a favor.
Okay.
And that's what they're taught. So the reality is there is no great awakening happening, but there is one happening for you.
And it's up to me to do it. I mean,
yes, love.
With your information, and your book is really easy to digest. I mean, it's not wrote so that people can't understand it.
Well, are you talking about the Perfect Day Guide?
I'm talking about your whole book here. Yes, the Perfect Day lifestyle.
Yeah, that's the Perfect Day Guide right here.
Yes,
Well, just know this, okay, what we did when we wrote this book and when I wrote The Healthy to 100 is we had 8-year-olds read it, and they could read both books. So I was assured that it was going to be handled, right?
Right.
Yeah. So what else are you feeling?
Let's see.
And how long have you been on the watermelon? Since the 17th?
Yes.
And you're still on it?
Yes.
And how much weight have you lost?
Oh, probably 13 pounds.
Okay, but did you notice how it's going gradually?
Yes.
Just so beautifully? Because it's not a starvation diet.
No, and I'm not really that hungry. And the reason I guess I ate before when I was fixing the other food was the smell or something. I don't know.
Well, I believe you. I mean, you can smell something in your mouth waters.
Right.
And you know what? You've done so great. As far as I'm concerned, you've done 100%.
Well,
even though you came off 3 times, you did 100%.
Yeah.
Look how far you've come. And then guess what? And like you said, family and friends would be going, you're nuts. This is dangerous. You're going to make yourself ill, blah, blah, blah.
Yes. I have a...
Do you see that there's government agents everywhere?
I have a family member that's in the medical field, and they made the comment that that's not good for you to do a watermelon diet, that's pretty damaging on your kidneys and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, guess what it does? Guess what it does, sweetie?
Cleans that mouth.
I want your medical family on my show. You tell them to come on my show. Because guess what? I've got people that are just about ready to start going for dialysis. And we do this protocol plus other nutraceuticals. And guess what? They dodge the bullet of dialysis through watermelon. And
Well, my brother.
guess what? Isn't it something? So let me just give you a little example. High blood pressure, people are getting it because you know why they're
That's
getting
another
it?
thing.
They're
My
getting,
blood pressure
what
is
about it?
lower.
Yeah, well, of course it is, because guess what? We cleaned out the poop chute. Okay? There's two things that cause it, and that's physical blocks, and it's usually fecal waste blocks and toxic blocks, fecal waste and mucus in the large intestine, and then the filter, which is your liver, getting clogged up. That's where the high blood pressure comes from. And then also not getting enough salt, because an adult should have about a tablespoon of healthy salt a day. Everybody, I just want to say this, and then we're going to come in. I promise we're going to do this for you, love. Here's the deal. Talk to your medical family, and they would say this. Well, you know, if your blood pressure is high, okay, you're going to get rushed to the hospital, right? An emergency for people. And you'll go to the hospital, and the hospital will get a $2 bag of saline, which is salt.
Yes.
And they will sell it up to $700 per bag. And then they will, when you go home, they'll say, go home, drink lots of water, but watch out, don't do too much salt. And understand something, the people that eat the most healthy salt are the healthiest people. Just like this. Does anybody know who lives the longest? Okay, people with the highest cholesterol. Cholesterol reading was 350. You were still good. If you went over 350, then they started to worry about you a little bit. That was 100 years ago. 100 years ago. They actually dropped the cholesterol level down to 250 or 220, depends on the hospital. And guess what? If your cholesterol, okay, is down and they say it's too high at 220 and 250, did you know that it's already too low? It's already too low. They're just lying their butts off. So then we get the person with the high cholesterol. We blame cholesterol, but if it wasn't for the cholesterol, that person would be in big trouble. Extra cholesterol is made in the body to help to goop the cracks in your arteries, because you're stealing minerals from your arteries. And instead of having a blowout in the artery, you're gooping it up with, like, it looks like candle wax. It's actually cholesterol. And cholesterol is one of the most important hormones. How many people know that 50% of your brain is made out of myelin, which is cholesterol? How many people know that her husband, who has Parkinson's, his cholesterol is way down, and the myelin sheath on his nervous system's fried out, and that's part of his Parkinson's? How many people know this? No doctor's going to talk about this.
Oh.
So then they're going to put you on statin drugs, which completely stops your cholesterol making, and then you get to say goodbye to your family, because that's the main cause of Alzheimer's. There you go.
I do have high cholesterol, and my doctor did want me to go on some Lipitor or something. And
well, yeah, and guess what? Now you stop the cholesterol making, and guess what? Your brain shrivels up, and isn't that cool?
And I told him that I probably wouldn't take it, so I never did go on it. But I did go on the blood pressure medication. But since I've been talking to you, and we've done this since the first time we started the protocol, I have not taken my blood pressure medicine at all.
Blood pressure medicine is dangerous. Thank you. Okay?
Yeah.
You're trying to force an issue. Okay? All right?
Right.
Okay. And you've got issues in your tissues. That's all. You got to get rid of them. But yeah. And so the beat goes on. And this is why I'm telling you that the actual, how can I say this? The average person's health knowledge is absolutely zero. And it's actually zero because why? Because the knowledge they do have is actually hurting themselves and their family. And that's on purpose. Most of us went to a Rothschild school. So that's why it's like that. I mean, the Rothschilds, you know, they drove 110 colleges and universities. By 1910 to 1920, they closed down 110 colleges and universities in North America. And the only universities that were left are the ones that would sell their drugs. They are actually the vermin of this planet. And I don't mind talking like this. And people are always scared that, you know, oh, somebody's going to come and get us. You know what? We need to stop being scared, and we need to come together as human beings. And if we don't stand up for ourselves, then we can't teach our families to do that. And they're feeding off of us. And I'm telling you right now, everyone, if you think that COVID was a nightmare, wait till you see what the next 3 years brings. And understand this, you better get your act together, and you better take a lot of vitamin C, and that's called courage. And somebody better be the brave heart in every family and stand up and hold the line. All right, enough of that. So where are we going from here?
I don't know. I'm waiting for my next advice from you.
Okay.
I'd like to start eating again, but I don't know exactly what to eat.
Well, did you take a look in the Perfect Day Guide at the whole plant-based diet?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what you would do.
Okay.
But how are you going to do that?
How am I going to do it?
I mean, right off the bat. So your husband, he eats animal products, right?
He'll eat whatever I fix. Yes, he does.
Well, that's a
But
really
he doesn't need to.
That is not a good situation. That is going to make his Parkinson's go through the roof. You do know that, right?
Yes, and I've told him that too.
Okay.
So,
Does he do dairy too?
no, he has not done dairy for quite some time, and I have not done dairy for quite a while either, because it tastes good. Milk tastes good to me, but it's not my friend.
Well, it's nobody's friend.
No.
Everybody's going to have, remember something, we don't have 4 stomachs. That's what a cow has.
Right.
That's what sheep have. We don't have 4 stomachs. We have 1 stomach. We can't digest it. I mean, everybody can make up all the rules they want on why I'm wrong, but it really doesn't matter. Okay?
No, but
yeah,
you're right. You can't digest it's right.
Yeah. So what I would suggest is that you take a look at the whole plant-based diet.
Okay.
And take a look at what's in there. A lot of people don't like it. You have to decide something. Is your joy coming from 4 inches? First of all, why do you eat? Do you eat for pleasure, or are you eating for health? And I eat for pleasure because my taste buds are different than yours. Because I have changed my taste buds. My taste buds aren't for things that are going to whack me, okay? I don't say this. I don't say it to rub it in, but you know what? I'll be 68 in 4 weeks. No, less than that now. I'll be 68 in 3 weeks. And the reality is I don't act 68, don't sound 68, don't look 68. What do you want? Do you want to be crippled up like most of your friends in your family? Because you're going to be. You can't do what the majority does, ever. The majority are always going down the beaten path. And they're getting beat all the time. So I need you to take a look at the whole plant-based diet.
I will. And that's what I'll start.
If you go on the whole plant-based diet, and then you do that for, let's say, 6 weeks, okay?
Okay.
And do your best on it. We'll come back again, okay?
All right.
And then guess what? And then I'd like you to also read about the DOD, okay, Ultimate 6-Day Advanced Water Fast. And then we'll put you on that. And then guess what? So let's say if we did 6 weeks, 2 months on the whole plant-based, then we did that, you would look as if you had a 10-year younger sister walk onto the show.
Okay, so the 6 weeks on the plant-based diet.
Whole plant-based diet. Now remember, you're getting all the protein you need on it. So don't believe in what... you do know the strongest man in the world has a whole plant-based keto diet. That's all he has.
No.
The strongest man in the world. Okay, so are we done yet? Are we done yet? Okay, so understand something. Eating animal products does not make you strong. And a lot of people love the animal products because if you go to a keto diet, protein diet, then you're not eating all those carbs, right? We could eliminate carbs totally from our life and our body would never miss it. Now, if you want to lose weight, you go on a whole plant-based keto diet where you're doing vegetable protein like lentils, like beans, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like avocado, okay? Things of that nature. And I'm going to tell you something. You're going to have more clarity. You'll be more focused.
Okay.
Everybody thinks that you have to do the animal diet, keto diet, to lose the weight. But it will backfire. It will backfire at you. Okay? I mean, when's the last time that lentils and beans and avocado had cancer?
Mm-mm.
You understand? Well, most of these animal products that you're buying, they just cut the tumors out.
Yeah, I'm sure that's right.
Oh no, it is. I'm totally right. And most people, you know, even grass-fed, the last 3 months, they stuff them with corn to make them, to fatten them up, and it's GMO corn.
Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So after the 6-week whole plant diet, then
what we'll do is
the water.
I want you to take a look at the ultimate 6-day advanced water fast. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now, what that does is we will have you actually on nutraceuticals. I promise you that even though you're just on water, but you'll be on some nutraceuticals as well. They will not turn on your digestive tract. They'll bypass the Krebs cycle, and guess what? You'll be full of energy. You will not be aching. You will not be paining. You're probably going to feel better than you felt in a long time.
Okay.
And you're going to find when you do a 6-day advanced water fast, when you come out of it, that there's going to be a lot of anxiety and fear and things that will just leave you. Because it doesn't just detox you on a physical, it detoxes you on an emotional.
Okay.
I'm not making this up. And on a 6-day, when you've done 3 days of an advanced water fast, you've kicked in autophagy, which your body goes in and eats up anything that is not right. And on a 6-day advanced water fast, if you went the whole time, you know how you hear about people getting stem cell therapy?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know a 6-day advanced water fast will give you the same amount of stem cells your body will make them as if you paid a doctor $100,000? I'm not making this up.
Okay.
And do you want to know something?
What?
The people that pay anywhere from $60,000 to $80,000 for their stem cell therapy, they're only guaranteed that it'll last for 6 months.
I don't doubt that.
Because it's not their stem cells.
No.
No. When you create your own stem cells, it's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
All right? So I really don't know if there's ever been a medical breakthrough, okay? The medical breakthrough is learning to become your own practitioner. And if everybody knew this, did you know that they cannot make a drug that'll work on the human body? They could not make a drug to work on the human body unless the body already makes the drug naturally. Did you get that? Did you hear what I said?
Makes sense.
Okay, but the problem is that people are just not in control of their emotions. Their emotional, okay, was hijacked when they were young.
I believe
Well,
that.
look at your family. Look at the family members that you walk on rice paper. Look at how they go good, and then all of a sudden they just lose their you know what. Okay, they're up and down and all around. And look at how when some drama happens, you know who's going to lose it in your family.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you feel more calm and at peace since you've been doing this?
Yes, I do. That's another thing. Yeah, I do.
Oh, that's it. That's the deal. That's the deal. You will never have calm, okay, until you calm the storm inside your body. You'll never have it in your mind. You do know, you may not know this, but I did a show yesterday called leaky brain, leaky gut. And you do know that all brain dysfunction, I'm not talking about, I'm talking about tumors too, but I'm not talking about concussions by sports injury.
Mm-hmm.
But all brain dysfunction, whether it's just foggy memory, Alzheimer's, dementia,
Parkinson's,
anxiety,
yes.
depression, it all comes from your large intestine, leaky gut. And I explained the whole thing. So if you get your gut together, you're going to get your head together, and you already know your guts come down. You already know that it's not going up and down like an accordion like you used to be when you would eat, right?
Right.
Up and down, up and down. And when it goes up, that's called endobacterium. And they are gassing off. And they are actually, creating a chemical, all right? Okay? And that chemical is not toxic when it's in the large intestine. But when you tear open those tight junctions in your intestine and that gets through, guess what it does? It helps to create leaky brain. And that's why almost everybody has leaky brain today, because they have leaky gut, because of the crap they eat.
I've also been doing the belly button thing, and that is interesting. But I think that makes a difference too.
What does interesting mean?
Well, I mean, it's pushing in on your belly button, how it can affect so many different things in different directions as well. But also, I seen your thing on the trampoline. Yeah, that thing right there.
Yeah, this is the belly button, guys. And guess what? The most important button to push is your belly button. And when you do, you release more dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins than even making love or doing drugs or doing anything. And you can go in and do it anytime you want. And if you don't believe me, try to do some stretching and then do this and do the routine for 5 minutes, and you'll be able to stretch 20% more in your body because of these beautiful chemical and hormones.
And also, I have a rebounder, and I'm gonna try that as well. So.
Yeah. Good for you. You go, girl.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
I would start off with that. Now, do you have any products coming?
Yes, I do have. I haven't got the Beyond Ormus minerals yet. I'm using some minerals stuff that's concentrated that I got from a friend of mine that does energy medicine.
Okay.
And anyway, I feel like it's helped me, to get till I get yours. But
well, just know when you get mine, our actual minerals come from the natural runoff in the Arctic, goes into the ocean.
I read that
And we have the highest electrical charge of any minerals on the planet. And the Ormus part actually works on your emotional. And the Ormus part takes a month to make. And the Ormus is the highest energy medicine that you can create in a mineral. Okay? Anyways, yeah, and when you do it, it says 40 drops. Do 40 drops twice a day. Okay?
Okay.
Now. Okay?
All
right. What else do you have coming?
Let's see. Got my paper here.
Okay. So when you're on the watermelon, you're doing the daily cleansing tea too, right?
Yes, I got that, and I've been doing it, and it really makes a difference as well.
Oh yeah. Well,
I haven't had it too long to use it, but time I have used it, it's been good.
Okay. Well, the daily cleansing tea, everybody, is this right here, and this, guess what? It cleans the colon, the liver, the kidneys, the blood. Okay. And it does it gently. There's no laxatives, no stimulants. And this tea was created by a master herbalist and myself back when I was 31. And that's how long I've had this tea. And nobody's duplicated it ever.
It's not harsh either. I mean, it's really a smooth tea.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
I was afraid wouldn't like the taste and or it might be bitter or something, but it wasn't. It was really a good taste in tea.
If people were to do the daily cleansing tea twice a day and take just the amount that, you're going 3 to 4 times a day at the beginning for the clean out, and that when the bowel movements come out like a cow pop or toothpaste, that's where you want it to be. And then, you do that for about 6 weeks, and then you back off and you just take enough twice a day to have 3 good bowel movements a day. And if people were to do what's called black gold, okay?
I have that too, but I haven't
Okay.
used it yet.
Well, you should be using it now.
Okay.
And you should, it's okay, but you could have used it during the watermelon, okay?
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. When you do black gold, it'll go in from your mouth to your rectum. What it does is it'll pick up all heavy metals and parasites. It'll pick up all chemicals, and it'll drop off 40 micronutrients in the digestive tract. But when it gets to the large intestine, it'll reinstate your good bacteria and help to bring mummy's bacteria back, because mummy's is the only important one. You can take good bacteria capsules. It might calm you down a little bit, but they won't stay because they are foreign. But whether people believe this or not, black gold is humic, right? Humic stands for human, because this humic is what makes humans so healthy. And what they did was they stripped all the humic out of the soil. So they did it on purpose. Okay, so humic, and understand something. You notice how soil and soul are so close together? Because understand, it's the humic from the soil that feeds the soul. Okay, all right? I'm telling you the truth. And we are the only ones that actually do our humic fulvic with no chemicals. We're the only operation that we have a patent filtration on it, so it's totally pure. So do a teaspoon of the black gold when you go to do your blender drinks. Now your blender drinks, you could go to Costco, you can get the strawberries or the blueberries organic, and then what you do is you take, let's say strawberries, you take a rounded teaspoon of black gold, you could take like coconut water or just water, or a coconut milk if there's only 3 ingredients in it, and then you blend that up. And for those people who really believe they need protein, you know how I've gotten people off of animal protein, and people that used to eat protein 2 or 3 times a day, and it was actually killing them? Because that's overdoing it, okay? And I'm not trying to get people off of animal protein. That's not my goal. I don't take sides, okay? So with men, it was 2 to 3 raw organic eggs and doing 2 blender drinks a day. Because what people don't understand is that a raw, free-range egg, okay, is second to mother's milk. It is the most beautiful thing. It's very healing. And when you put it into a blender drink, you don't taste the egg at all. It just makes it more like a shake, a little thicker, more creamier, but you don't taste the egg. And people will say, raw eggs, you'll get salmonella. Well, you can't even give me somebody that you ever knew got salmonella from a raw egg. And you're not going to get it unless you went and, let's say you made the shake and then you let it sit out in the sun for 8 hours, but I don't know who does that. But you make the shake, you put the eggs in it, and wait until you see how solid you feel. When you eat a raw egg, you absorb 87% of it. When you eat a cooked egg, you absorb 13 to 17%. You understand? Okay.
So I was going to ask you, when do I eat then? Because I haven't been eating, like I get up and I don't eat sometimes till 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock of an evening. So when should I do
Wait, now, is that the way you've always lived?
No.
So what are you talking about? When did you do the watermelon? You never did the watermelon throughout the day? You did it at 4 o'clock at night?
No, I did not. You said to have 1 or 2 meals of it, and preferably 1. So I took and I didn't eat. I wasn't hungry when I got up. I drank my water, but the warm water of a morning, structured water, I've been drinking that. And so then I'd take and eat my watermelon anywhere from 2 to 5 in the evening.
I
So,
did not, but I did not say that. It might have sounded
okay.
like that.
Okay.
Well, you can eat watermelon from the time you get up until you go to bed.
Okay.
Okay? And you never eat watermelon until you're full. Like people will call me up and go, I feel bloated. Well, yeah, because you never stopped eating watermelon all day. Just stop for a few minutes, right?
Right.
You know, I'm going to tell you right now. I bet you I have 30 to 40 people right now on watermelon. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, everybody comes with the same story about how it changes their lives. And the
Yeah.
big thing is they realize how much they don't need to eat to feel amazing.
No. And
No.
also, so the structured water that you use to make the shakes with, do I need to pour the coconut water through there? The structured?
You know what? I would pour everything liquid through your structured water unit and wash it out.
It
That's
won't
all.
hurt it.
And no, it won't hurt at all. But I will tell you, because coconut water is structured, but not after it sits and goes through processing.
Okay.
It isn't structured. And you're going to see the difference. Take a little sip of the coconut water or the milk and then run it through the structure unit, and oh my God, you're going to go, wow, there's no surface tension. It feels so light and so rich.
Okay.
Okay? That's the difference. Okay?
So back to my eating then. So I
So
can
you
go
know
ahead-
what? I got to tell you, you're one disciplined person. No wonder you wanted. No wonder you wanted the cabbage with the burger in it. Because you know what? Okay, I said that people should not be eating. You know, I was talking about food. That you know what? Nobody needs more than 2 meals a day. The people that eat 3 meals, they don't live that long, and they've got all kinds of chronic problems, from gas to heartburn. Okay.
But it didn't hurt me. I mean, I felt all right. I was really surprised that it worked that way.
Yeah. No, you know what? I'm glad it worked out really good, though. I'm glad it did, because, yeah. That's okay. And do you see? But I get it. You know how people say, oh my God, he's got you going all day till 4 o'clock, and then you're allowed a little bit of watermelon. Well, yeah, I could see where people that are eating 3 meals a day and 2 snacks are going, there's no way you'll make it.
I did. I was determined.
You're
Because
amazing.
I knew that I need to do something. I need to lose weight, and
Yeah.
I just feel so much better. I really do.
I know, and you look better, and not that you didn't before. Just you look more slender.
Yeah.
The puffiness is gone.
Right.
You know. But do you see how easy it is? I told you we'll just take it step at a time, right?
Yes. And it was. It really was easy.
Yeah. Now, do you have an Ultimate Coffee Enema kit coming?
Yes, I do, but it hasn't. I tried to order. They didn't have the kit. I couldn't order it online. I don't know whether they were out of Tummy Love or something. So the kit wasn't available, but I ordered stuff, everything but the Tummy Love, because it wasn't online to order, because I don't know if it was out of it or what. But
Well, they've got it all now, so.
okay. Well, I've got part of it coming, so I'll order some more today then.
You know what? I'm going to tell you something.
What?
People have no idea how good they could feel, and they have no idea how much money they would save.
That's true, because I've bought stuff, yes, for years, and trying to help myself lose weight and to get rid of the excess weight and to feel
but
better.
I guarantee you that all you got to do is just give me a call anytime you want, and I'm going to give you an answer that's not going to be expensive, and you're going to go, it worked.
Yes.
And guess what? I'm going to tell you something right now. I can teach somebody how to be a health professional and actually open up a business in 12 days. Now,
I believe it.
do you know how that pisses people off?
Yeah, because they can't sell their bills, their whatever else they're promoting.
It's
bad for you.
It pisses them off. I get phone calls. Who do you think you are? Okay,
You keep on being that person.
I've gotten a lawyer letter from an association that's a natural health association that told me they were going to sue me for saying this. But guess what? I've been doing it for years. And I'm going to continue doing it. And the whole
Good.
world has been screwed over. Okay?
I
Everybody
agree.
can become their own practitioner. And when a practitioner says, I can't do anything for you, they're not lying. They don't
Because
know
they
what
don't
to
know
do.
what
They
they
don't know
don't
what to
know.
do for you.
No,
So
they
understand,
don't.
they didn't say nobody knows. They're saying they don't know. Okay? Yeah.
And I would like to become a practitioner so I could help my family,
Well,
especially my husband.
you're becoming one right now.
I'm sure
And if
learning a
you're
lot.
and if you read the Perfect Day Guide, and also if you read the Healthy to 100, okay?
I'll have to get that.
And well, if you want, you can download it. It's free. Go to
Okay.
pdgfree.com, and then you can download that free. But it's only $15 if you like reading. And I've got a lot of stories in here that you can relate to, but everything's in there, and everything is an 8-year-old can understand it, and a doctor can't refute it. But guess what? 2 universities, one university out of Canada, okay, in Quebec, and another university, everybody would know the name, it's one of the bigger ones. They got nurses to read the Healthy to 100 book, and they actually, you'll see it online, and they stayed online that I need to be shut down because of this, okay? All right? And all it is just my stories and my 40 years, because, you know, I became a colon therapist when I was 21 years old. I hitchhiked to Gary, Indiana, okay? So I've been doing this for a long time. I opened up the North American Institute for the Advancement of Colon Therapy when I was 28 years old. So, you know, the big thing is that if people actually take their lives back, so much is going to crumble out there that needs to, you know?
Yes.
And people are always saying that, you know, the system's broken, but it's not. The system isn't broken. It's built to hurt people.
I believe that.
Yeah, so it's not broken. Everybody thinks the medical system's broken. It's not broken.
To keep you controlled.
Yeah. So what questions do you have for me?
I don't know if I have any more questions right now. I'm going to have to get all this stuff together and start using it.
Well,
I
get it together and call me. Start taking a look at the whole plant-based protocol. It's in the Perfect Day Guide. Start with that. Start doing the ultimate coffee enema. Please take a look at the vaginal infusions.
I have. I looked at that also, and I thought, there's no way I can get all this done. And then I kept remembering your voice in my head, you know, do you love yourself? You know, I mean, yeah, it's up to me if I'm going to get healthy. You have great advice, and you're right on, because everything I've done so far, I feel better. I just have a different outlook. You know, it just is changed. So I feel like I can get something done here.
And if you want to bring your husband on, I don't know if he wants to come on. He doesn't have to. But if he wants to come on sometime with you, you know, if you talk to me about him, or if he wants to talk to me, I'm telling you right now, don't think that Parkinson's is a death sentence or a sick sentence. It isn't. It's not.
I don't think it is either.
It's not.
I do have one question for you. My
Sure.
brother that does the gardening and stuff, that's staying with my mom, had been having blood in his urine. And so we went to your not urologist today.
One second. Sir, we did the analysis, and you have E. coli, and the E. coli is in your bladder and in your kidneys, and it's causing ulceration. The E. coli is from his large intestine due to leaky gut.
Okay.
How's that?
So clean out your gut.
Well, but you know what? I'll tell you what. Why don't you have your brother come on with you?
Okay.
If he's willing.
He would, yeah.
Because guess what? First we see blood. Guess what? He's tearing up his kidneys.
Well,
and it's being tore up with, guess what? Endobacterium. There's a few different ones. E. coli is the main one. But all of these bacteria, they didn't come from the kidney. They didn't come from the blood. They came from the large intestine.
So what should he do now?
Well, he should be on daily cleansing tea and black gold. And how much does he weigh?
Oh, probably 155.
And what's his height?
About 5'6", maybe.
Okay, so, you know, the reality is that he needs to get off of meat, okay?
Okay, I
That's
told
a
him
big
that.
mistake. Well, look at if the highway's broken, should we take a heavy truck on it?
Mm-mm.
Okay? So that's it. Let's fix the highway, okay?
Okay.
So take a look at the whole plant-based diet and then try to see if you can sell him on that and sell him on the blender drinks with the raw eggs. It'll give him all the strength he wants. He's going to get, you do know, okay, that if he does 2 raw eggs twice a day in a blender drink, 11 o'clock and let's say 3 o'clock in the afternoon, he's not going to be hungry. And do you want to know what he just took? He took the same amount of protein as if he ate a 16-ounce steak and digested it.
And it's a lot easier on his gut, too.
Well, you know what? It can't rot.
Well,
Raw eggs will not rot in the digestive tract. It actually gets digested like a fresh, raw meal. So simple. You know?
And he also has a bout with hemorrhoids.
Well, wait a minute. Okay, how do you have hemorrhoids? You have hemorrhoids because in the last 6 inches of your bowel, ask him. And you know what? And if he says he doesn't know, then he's out of it. He's out of it. He goes to the washroom and he goes, geez, you know, there's something else in there. I just can't seem to get it out. Because he's so glicky, sticky, dried up in there, and the fecal waste stays in there and rots, and it's broken down the integrity of his rectum and his anus because he's so toxic. So then when he tries to get it out, what's his name?
Ron.
Hey, Ron, we're all in the car. Are you coming? I'll be there in a minute. And he's trying to get it out. Ask him. He grunts and groans. You know what? First you get hemorrhoids. You blow those out from trying to push down, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm sure. Yes.
And pregnancy doesn't give hemorrhoids. Stagnation of waste gives hemorrhoids when you are pregnant. No woman would ever have a hemorrhoid trying to give a baby. The body's amazing, but if you've got stagnated, rotting waste, that's why women get hemorrhoids. Just letting you know, people they're not using their canoodle. And understand something. First he gets the hemorrhoids, but guess what he gets later? Heartburn and a hiatal hernia because he's using his diaphragm to try to push out the last bit of poop because he's not food combining properly, he's not eating properly. Okay, and I'm going to do a show on just food combining alone because everybody eats like a buffet, don't they?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, I don't eat like a buffet. I eat like one meal, one food at a time, or I'll combine a food that come together. You combine the wrong food. Look at the meat and potato man. He's bloated and he's stinky. Okay.
Is that in your book?
What?
What to eat together?
Oh yeah, it's in the Perfect Day Guide.
Okay.
It's also in the Healthy to 100.
Okay.
Anyway, so you know, if he starts food combining properly, okay, I'll just give you a couple light rules. Never eat 2 proteins at the same meal. Boom.
Okay.
Never 2 different proteins at the same meal. And understand something, avocado is a perfect food. It's a fatty acid protein starch. So it almost needs to be eaten alone, or you could eat it with like salad. Now, what else? You shouldn't eat protein and starch together. Well, that's how people live, right? And that's why they're not living. Look at everybody. Does everybody look like they're 3 months or 16 months pregnant today?
Mm-hmm. A lot do.
Yeah, you got it. So 1 out of every 4 children are obese now. Okay.
So protein. Right? What was it you said? Protein with starch.
You don't eat protein with starch. You eat protein with vegetable, and you eat starch with vegetable. And you could eat 2 starches together with vegetable, but you can't eat 2 proteins together because it's just too hard to digest. You're just going to have trouble.
Okay.
Okay, when you eat watermelon, you eat alone. When you eat cantaloupe, you eat alone. You know, a lot of people will make fruit salad and they'll mix too many different fruits in. I'll tell you what, next week I'll do a live show on food combining.
Okay, that'd be great.
Yeah, but it's in the Healthy to 100 book.
Okay.
So yeah, so what he needs to do is just take a look at his food combining. He also doesn't drink enough water. And
No.
also make sure that if you have a structured water unit, that guess what? If you give him in a glass jar, a quart jar, structured water, I know it's going to be hard to believe, and he takes 1 ounce of structured water, he can make another quart of water, tap water, and it'll be structured and protected. If you take structured water in a water jug and it's only got a half an inch or an inch at the bottom, and you fill it back up with tap water, you are protected, and now the whole thing's structured.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's true. You know, people will take their structured water unit. Where is it here? Right here.
It's simple to use and it's very
yeah, this is it.
User friendly. Yes,
and
that's
you
what I
can
have.
you can put any tap water through this, and you'll be protected. People don't get this. And you know, of course, if you want to filter your water, go filter it, but structure it. Structured water hydrates into the cells 1,000% better than any other water. And I'm talking Kangen water, ozonated water. You feel the difference.
Right. Because when I started, I think you're right, because when I started using that, I felt different.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So get him to just get him on structured water, get him to food combine, get him to try to do whole plant-based more, get him on the daily cleansing tea and black gold. Okay. All right.
How much black gold?
Again, minimum is a rounded teaspoon twice a day in a blender drink. And if you got him to do 2 blender drinks, you know, just pick one. And berries are the best for blender drinks. And don't be throwing in a ton of stuff. Just what we said. That's it. People put way too much stuff in. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm not a plant protein. I mean, I'm not a protein guy. Like protein powders, whey protein is absolute waste product garbage. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
That's good to know.
Okay. And pea protein is absolutely constipating. Okay. Yeah, stay away from that. If you wanted really to have a protein powder, you could get like a truly organic sprouted protein.
Okay.
Sprouted protein. But I'm not big on protein, believe it or not. And people go, well, I thought that you're like a vegetarian. No, I'm not a vegetarian. I do logic eating.
Okay.
I will always go to 2 raw, organic, free-range eggs before you could give me an organic protein powder, even sprouted protein, and it's supposed to be so good for you. I'd rather do the eggs any day.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
I feel so much better from it. Okay? But that's just, you know, and I tell other people, you know, and then I have people coming to me and, you know, at the clinic here, somebody will say, oh, I'm allergic to eggs. Yeah, okay. So then what we do, dirty little trick, we'll go and we'll make a blender drink out of strawberries and raw eggs. And then after they drink it, we'll go, how did you like it? Oh, that was delicious. Yeah, what'd you think of that?
Eggs and all.
Huh?
Eggs and all. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, there, you know what? I really feel for everybody. I do. I used to get angry all the time, not at my patients or people, but just this whole setup. You know, the government doesn't work for us.
No.
The medical system doesn't work for us. They work for an entity. You know, and sometimes I get frustrated and I just want to say, serves you right, but no, that's wrong. Everybody's been set up. And we have to have empathy for people. And we can't change people. But guess what? You get yourself feeling amazing. You don't need to say anything. You become a billboard to your husband. You become a billboard to the people you love. I just tell people, keep your mouth shut, mind your own business, and stop telling people what to do when you don't do it.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate everything you've visited with me and got me started. I really appreciate you.
Well, I appreciate you too. And It's been great, and feel free to give me a call. Well, you know that. Just call me when you need me. You know, don't wait for a big bump. You got a little bump. Let's iron it out. Okay, sweetie?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much.
And bless you.
All right. Well, bless
Bye,
you
love.
too. Bye-bye.
All right. All right, so I think we might have a couple things here. What do you do for arthritis in the hip? Well, guess what, everyone? Most people that actually have hip problems, it wasn't because of a sports injury or a car accident. It's because they were, if you watch the end of this show, you get to watch my musical called Pooping in Your Pelvis. And that's what you're all doing. You're all pooping in your pelvis. Most, I can tell you right now, 75% of knee problems are actually pooping in your pelvis. And 95% of all hip problems and even hip surgery is because you were pooping in your pelvis. You actually filled up the pelvic bowl and you infected, and infection creates inflammation, and that causes scar tissue because inflammation causes dehydration of the tendons, the ligaments, and the muscles. And even people that will lose the synovial fluid in their knee, it'll all come back if you know what you're doing. We give a money-back guarantee to anybody with a hip problem, even if they're look for hip surgery or their knee surgery. If they will come to us, we'll prove to them they don't need the surgery. Believe it or not, your meniscus will come back, the synovial fluid will come back in your knee, and your hip, the bone will grow back, everything will grow back. God is great, and the body will heal. We have to just bring in the right vibration, and that's the God's truth. And just know this, you're all being sold off by the pound, okay? I have been trying to get rid of it, inflammation, not eating foods that cause no sugar, but still have paralyzing arthritis, hip pain. Well, believe it or not, if you were to actually get a clapper, okay, and start clapping the hip, it'd probably turn black and blue. And that's because you have so much infection, so much inflammation. You want it to come to the surface. So take a look at my clapping. But you need to be on daily cleansing tea. You need to be on black gold. And you need to do the ultimate coffee enema. And I'm telling you the truth. So stop your complaining. Stop your explaining. And go do what no one else will do and heal yourself. And also, if you want, I don't mind, if I have time, if you want to come on a show, I'll build a protocol for you. You know, there's lots of things we can do. There's so much that you can do to help to heal that hip. But until you are going to look after and heal your large intestine and reduce the toxic waste in your pelvic bowl and heal that large intestine and cleanse that liver, purge that liver, forget it, okay? Let me just say this. Don't you think this is amazing? I think this is amazing. Take a look and go anywhere down to a mall. Look at how many people are shuffling because their low back is completely frozen because they've been pooping in their pelvis. Okay, your SI joints, which are supposed to move like this when you walk, don't. They're frozen. And they're frozen. And you know how many people get low back surgery? And guess what? Are you ready for this? 95% of all low back surgery is from pooping in your pelvis. They didn't tell you that, did they? Okay, so understand this. So now you've backed off on some of the worst foods and the sugar, but guess what? What about getting the old mucoid out of there? What about getting the bacteria back into healthy bacteria? What about healing the lining? Because you wouldn't have a hip problem if you didn't burn out the mucus lining and tear open the tight junctions in your intestine so that you can actually get that into your bloodstream. And understand something, everyone. Take a look at this. Can you open up the camera? So let me move this. So if you take a look here, all right, so if the problem is actually on the right hip, that means the cecum right here, that's the beginning of the large intestine. That means there's fecal waste staying in here and rotting. So look, where's the hip? Right here. It's not rocket science. And then here, you've got the descending colon, sigmoid, rectum, anus. And guess what? Her brother, right? This is where he's stagnating his waste, right here. Okay, it's staying here, and he's going, oh, I know there's more that can come out. Well, do that for 20 years. You got a whole manure pile rotting inside of you. So, you know what? That would be, this hip would go. Do you understand? Guys, I'm going to tell you something. If I was allowed to be the king of health, all right, we could actually close the hospitals, except for having an emergency clinic open. You could close the hospital. That's what you could do. Okay? All right? Mankind's not kind. Man is a manipulator. That's it. Okay? I'm ready to get well. David, I hope you are. You know, and guys, you know, if I can do the odd person and do a live like I'm doing right now, or you can call and get a consult from one of my master practitioners if you go to consultations on docofdetox.com. It's $150. That's lifetime support. We'll send you the audio. And if you want me, I'm $350 and you'll have lifetime support. And if ever you can't get in touch with your consultant, you'll call me. My phone number is 469-861-8884 on WhatsApp or USA Direct. And WhatsApp's always the best. Telephone, yeah. But if you want to call me on my 800 number, it's 855-900-4544 extension 5. Diabetes and neuropathy. Well, guys, adult onset diabetes, well, that's a diet problem, so forget that, okay? That's a diet problem, all right? Neuropathy is actually where you're getting calcification, okay, and scar tissue usually. I mean, you can have neuropathy anywhere, but it's calcification and scar tissue, and it's building up in your lower leg, and it's because you have been pooping in the pelvis, and you can take it or leave it. And you know what? You know what you're going to say to me? I've never had a bowel problem in my life. Well, that's because you don't sit down and poop with me. You don't even know what a good bowel movement is. Nobody ever teaches it. It's in my perfect day guide. Let me see for your age what you're doing that you are pooing the way you should, okay? And understand something. Your bowel movement is a computer printout from the day before on an emotional and physical level. So tell me how that's looking. I made 80 July 10th. I have neuropathy that's terrible. I did chemo, radiation, and surgery. And understand something, surgery causes more scar tissue than anything else. And most people that get surgery never needed it. Thank you. But they didn't know what else to do, so they did it. And chemo is mustard gas. And guess what? It's illegal. You cannot use that in war anymore. But doctors will get paid $3,000 to $5,000 every time that they actually write a prescription for mustard gas. It's a little bit different now because they changed it, the chemistry a little bit, but that's what chemo is. And once you have chemo, if you don't want to do what's called the DOD advanced water fast, okay, all right, you're not getting rid of the chemo. It's sitting in you like a time bomb, and it's going to slowly eat away at you, okay? I'm just telling you the truth. Do your own homework. I had a stroke in 2020. I still work 3 days a week. Well, good for you. But guess what? You're going to need to detoxify. I want to get rid of all these damn pills. Guess what? That's what I'm talking about. Surgery, you take more pills. Chemo, you're going to take more pills. Okay? Every time you go to the doctor, you're either going to get surgery or pills. So what are you doing? Okay? You know what? But I keep on wanting to go get tested to see if I'm getting any worse or I'm getting any better. Well, the test is making it out alive. I have thyroid medicine. I got all kinds of medicine. Well, nobody should be taking thyroid medicine. You should be taking iodine. Okay? And our infinite iodine is the only pure iodine on the planet. I don't want to take it at all. I want to get healthy again. I have stage 4 bowel and breast cancer, but I know I can get rid of it somehow naturally. Well, you're going to need to take massive action, and I'm going to tell you, I don't know what your weight is. If you want to give me a call, though, Charlotte, we can talk about it. Non-alcoholic cirrhosis of the liver. Is there anything that you can do? Yeah, you can reverse it. Okay, does anybody know that cirrhosis of the liver just means scar tissue in the liver? Do you know how you get it? Well, you get it from inflammation. And do you know what? If the inflammation is really bad, it won't go to a fatty liver. It will go straight to scar tissue. It's inflammation. Inflammation causes dehydration of the tissues. And I'm telling you, you can reverse it. I guarantee you this person's never done any ultimate coffee enema, so they haven't purged the toxins, okay, out of their liver, less have they cleaned the colon. And most of the time, the liver gets in trouble because the colon becomes leaky gut, which they say leaky gut. And what happens is, as soon as your colon breaks down, your liver has to take over for everything from the colon. And then when the liver gets clogged, guess what? The lymph system's all clogged. After that, guess what? Kidney disease. Because now, guess what? All of that fecal waste that's going into your bloodstream, okay? And it's called lipopolysaccharide. And it's caused from the bad bacteria in your large intestine. It gets into your bloodstream. And then you get protein particles in your bloodstream. Guess what? All of this ends up going right through your whole body. The only reason why we got so much kidney disease right now is the kidneys had to take over for the large intestine and the liver. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. I know I'm right, okay? All right, do you know how many people have been told, oh, I'm getting close to having to go and get dialysis? Do you know how many people have dodged the bullet coming to us? And guess what? First thing we do is put them on watermelon, and then everybody says, oh no, you're not supposed to do any water. Well, how are we supposed to clean out the kidneys? And then guess what? Kidneys are a water pump. They're a water pump. And you're not going to put water in the water pump? Well, guess what? Go for dialysis. You just told your kidneys they're not needed, so they're just going to shrivel up and die. So before you go for and every time you go for dialysis, it's going to be a hard trying to come back. You don't even want to see a dialysis ward because once they start cutting, they just keep cutting away pieces of your body. That's why I got chickens for her eggs, for her blender drinks. I love my watermelon. That's from Kathy. Christy, how long can you keep the tea fresh in the fridge? I wouldn't have it longer than a week, okay? All right? Okay? I'm telling you, there's no stimulants, no laxatives in it. It's pure. It's high frequency. But I would say a week. So let's say the daily cleansing tea, 2 bags will make a gallon. So just make 2 quarts. Why don't you do that? Okay? All right? And also, if you did make a gallon, you could freeze it. It won't hurt it if you freeze it. Just never boil it again. Once you've boiled the tea and made the tea and let it steep for 8 hours, you can reheat it, but don't boil it, love. What do you do for arthritis of the hip? Arthritis of the hip is inflammation of the joint. And arthritis of the hip is just scar tissue caused from the inflammation. If you were to come to me or come to one of the DoD Power Pack clinics around the world, if you go to dodpowerpack.com, take a look at the map and you'll see where the DoD Power Pack clinics are. But we would do cell sonic regeneration. Can you go full screen, please? So you see, that's a cell sonic regeneration where you see the screen there, if you can do a close-up. And that's a 25,000 volt device. And it doesn't come into you like 25,000 volts, but it'll come in and it'll fracture any displaced calcium, and it will actually bring back the electrical conductivity to a cell and shut down stage 4 inflammation. You heard what I just said. So, and what it'll do is it'll bring the electrical conductivity back into the cells. And that's what we're doing. We're shutting down the inflammation, fracturing the displaced calcium so that ionize it to get it back into the bone where it came from. Then we would do Wolfe Non-Surgical, which is using an elbow technique to pull the dehydrated fibers apart. And then we would finish off with a little bit of Celsonic, and I guarantee you that we would bring down your pain and your suffering by about 50 to 80%. How's that for one treatment? Okay? And then we would give you things to do like clapping, pelvic squats, like I said, the ultimate coffee enema, daily cleansing tea, black gold, and then get you on not just getting you away from inflammatory foods, but high vibrational foods that are going to heal you. Okay? And arthritis just means inflammation in the joint. Stop making it into a disease, everyone. Why don't they just say you've got inflammation in the joint? No, they're going to call it arthritis, which is Greek, because nobody speaks Greek. The medical system is some kind of religion, okay, where all the doctors are high priests, okay? Okay, I didn't say all of them. There's a lot of really beautiful nurses and doctors out there, okay, but they have a stranglehold on them. And understand this, on Sunday, everyone, we have Gold Care coming. And if you ever heard of Simone Gold, she stood up against Biden, and you saw her on the videos, and she said, we are not going to vaccinate. And she got hundreds of doctors behind her. And she created Gold Care, which you're seeing right now. And they will be coming here, and we'll have 18 doctors talking about how they are starting their own system now, and how they want to work with people the way they want to work, and they don't want big pharma telling them what to do. Okay? All right, so that'll be on Sunday. I'll go through that at the end. Watermelon works. Yes, it does. Okay? I have been having watermelon all week. By golly, that's effective. Could be stones. Also, I don't know what somebody's saying. I don't know what he's saying. Pushing that hard creates clots and blood. No. If you're constipated and you push, it does not create blood clots. That's not true. And it does not create blood. If the tissue's weak, it will cause blood to collect within there. But no. Vegetables, yes. I'm looking forward to the food combining. Hydrogen water. Hydrogen water is great. I don't talk about it a lot because we have one that's called Cell Power, okay? And it's actually in the Perfect Day Guide. And I think it's around $450 US, okay? And I would just rather have people, this is less than $300. This will give you a 90-day money-back guarantee. This is where you start. I don't want to overload people, okay? I mean, we can sound like marketeers after a while. But no, hydrogen water is great, but believe it or not, did you know that when you structure your water, you're releasing free hydrogen from the water, okay? My sister is getting severe arthritis in her hands. I'm going to tell you something right now. I'll send you a video, she says. I'm going to tell you right now, if she came to me and I did cell-sonic regeneration and I did non-surgical on her hands, I guarantee you the first time I'd get rid of at least 50 to 80% of her pain. And I don't care. If you want to see, there's a video where I worked on a lady, okay, and her name is Nancy, and it was the size of a walnut, and her actual fingers. And one was so big, it was about this big, everybody, okay? And in 15 minutes, just with non-surgical, I brought it down by 90% of its size. It's just calcification, crystallization, and scar tissue. And once you open that up, it just almost came back to normal, almost to normal. And that was just the first treatment, okay? I show it right online. I show right online a DOD power pack working on a lady with a tumor 5 inches by 3 inches by 1 inch. I worked on it for 28 minutes. And that's even with doing cell-sonic regeneration and Wolfe Non-Surgical. We got the tumor down to 1 inch by 1 inch. You heard what I said. Husband just had second treatment for bone cancer, melanoma marrow, and will have all his teeth pulled this month. Thank you, Dr. Wolfe. I'll try and get her to come to Ixtapa. Well, no, have her call me first. I would rather, people can come to Ixtapa to the to the DoD 5-star healing, but I would rather talk to people and see if we can start a protocol at home, okay, and see how far we can get at home, okay? And I mean that. You'd be surprised what you can do when you become your own practitioner and you have somebody backing you and giving you a strategy, okay? And that's what it's all about. It's all about strategy, everyone. Nobody has a strategy. Everybody just rolls the dice every day, and when people pick up something and say, you want this to eat, we want to eat this, people just eat it, you know? And that's the truth. Anyways, just know this, like I said, it's not your fault, but it's your responsibility to get well. So I don't want you to think that anybody that I'm trying to pick on anybody or down anybody, or because people are not stupid. They've been just programmed, okay? We trusted the wrong people. And I'm not telling you to trust me. I'm telling you to read my Healthy to 100 book, go into my Perfect Day Guide. You can download both of them at pdgfree.com, and then go to and download my Braveheart Nation app, bhnapp.com. It's the biggest, most powerful app in the world, and it's free. That's right, you heard what I said, it's free. Okay? So we have our July 4th sale still on. I don't know when it's over. I guess it's over this weekend. And like I said, Gold Care will be here on Sunday, July the 13th. I'll have Dr. Dana Granberg and Dr. Simone Gold and 18 other doctors, and they're going to be talking about the new medical care system that they are creating, okay? One with a heart. How's that? One with a heart. And it will be on from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. It'll be on all my platforms. And then on Monday, if you want to get the link, you can come on live and ask them questions from 12 until 2 p.m. on Monday. Tuesday will be 7 p.m. until 10 p.m. Go to bhnuniversity.com to get that link if you want to come on live. If not, just watch it on one of our platforms. Okay, and if you want to share this with people who can't watch it, they can either go to Telegram, Doc of Detox, and they can scroll and find it, okay? It will be in there. Or they can go to a Q, C-U-E, and that's actually a platform. It's a huge platform for free speakers, okay? As you can see, July 13th, Gold Care. September the 21st, A World Without Cancer with John Richardson, and there'll be 18 other naturopathic medical people coming on and speaking to you about a world without cancer. October 5th, Quantum Power Pack Healing. Okay, this is how to heal through energy medicine. And then the same thing, 18 different speakers, 20 minutes each. That's the way we do it. October 26th, we'll have Food Forest Abundance with Jim Gale, and he'll have 18 speakers on there, from composting to permaculture. How about this, everyone? How about becoming sovereign on all levels? We're going to be starting a show called The Sovereign Soul for Freedom Lovers. And when we play it live, as soon as the show finishes, we have to delete it off the platforms or they'll delete us. And then it's going to be going into our Braveheart Nation app. Okay, if you want to know how to become sovereign, if you want to know how not to pay taxes that are illegal, we are going to be teaching that. And guess what? Yes, it is my business. Because guess what? Income tax is illegal. You heard what I said. And understand this. People deserve the right to have a choice. And we are going to show you something. We're going to show you a lot of different things with this show. But we will not keep the show on any platform. They'll just take us down that fast. Right now, they're telling me that I'm going to be taken down off of Facebook. So we'll see how that goes. But the reality is this, everyone. Understand, you've all been played. And most of you are going to continue to be played. Because guess what? The subconscious is based on fear, not courage. Okay? And that's the whole program. All right. November the 16th, we're going to be doing Super Soldier Immunity. That's another day event. These are all held on Sundays. If you want to go to BHN University, you can see where all our courses, all our trainings are, and all of these free events, all right? I do Q&A. The next one's July the 19th. You can come on live. If you go to BHN University, get the Zoom link, and you can ask me questions, or you can ask me questions like people are doing right here on all the platforms. And Rock with the Doc, July the 19th, and you can see I do another one August the 6th, September the 6th, and you can just, if you want to come on and you've got health questions, and you don't have to show your face, or just ask them here, all right? Okay, and just know this, please join bhnapp.com. You'll always be in touch with us because, I don't know, we've been very lucky not to get banned so far. But right now, we usually have like about anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500 new people joining Facebook, and they've put me in Facebook jail, okay, for about the last 6 weeks. And I could be in jail for about a year, so they don't allow people to follow me, okay? They're spanking me, okay? Isn't that cool? Okay, so check out bhnapp.com. You'll always be able to get in touch with us. And understand, we're only going to send you emails about, well, okay, we've got this sale on, or we have this event coming and it's free. That's it, okay? These are some of the things in the app. There's so much beautiful things. Just go check the app out. I guarantee you, yeah, even if you're older, please check the app out. There's so much. You can track yourself. You can find like-minded people like yourself. We've got groups on there. We built it for you because we love you, believe it or not. We do. We love you. Just think if the whole world were to just have unconditional love for themselves and each other, where would we be? Well, we wouldn't be sold by the pound, that's for sure. Okay, Dr. Sage Wolfe is going to be in Montreal, and he's going to be there August the 23rd. He's going to be doing treatments, Wolfe Non-Surgical, cell sonic regeneration, thermography, consultations, heavy metal testing. Call Christine if you're interested, okay? He'll also be in Toronto at Magdalena's from September the 4th to the 9th. And then he will be then he's going to be in Los Angeles doing treatments as well. The same type of treatments, February 25th to March the 6th. And he will also fly anywhere around the world, and he will certify you in Wolfe Non-Surgical, or just teach you and your family how to do each other so you become the most brilliant body workers in the world. Let me tell you something. No offense to anyone, but I'll come up against anybody that's gone to school for 4 years and does body work, and I'll teach my next class here that's in October the 29th, and we do a 12-day course in teaching Wolfe Non-Surgical, and I'll come up against any other body worker in the world, and I'll pick one person out of that class, and when you can't fix them, you'll give them to us. You heard what I just said. We're the only people that offer a money-back guarantee. You better be good at what you do if you're going to do that, okay? All right, this is our list of BHN course dates. There is one more course in Canada before the end of the year. If you're interested in learning Wolfe Non-Surgical, and it's September the 13th to the 24th, Toronto, and go to BHN University, check that out. Extopasy, Montenegro, Mexico will be October the 29th. We'll have the Whole Life Health, we'll have the Wolfe Non-Surgical, and we'll have the Women's Pelvic Restoration course. And the Women's Pelvic Restoration training, which is 3 days, that's going to be online as well, okay? November the 21st to the 23rd. If you want to learn how to heal your pelvis, women, okay? You can check that out at bhnuniversity.com, and you can take a look at 2026. Those are where we're doing courses around the world. Check that out. Our courses, our Whole Life Health certified is $4,000. Wolfe Non-Surgical certified is $5,000, and New World Practitioner, that's the two of them together. You save $1,000, it's $8,000. And understand, if you're from the US, it's $8,000 US. If you're from Canada, it's Canadian. If you're from Australia, it's Aussie dollars. And if you live in a third world country, call me, because we're not leaving you behind. Nobody's getting left behind here, okay? And we reduced our prices by 35% a year and a half ago to try to help people out, okay? All right, and like I said, this is when the women's pelvic course is on, and like I said, you can take it from the comfort of your own home, all right? And I'm going to be speaking in LA in 2026, and I'm going to be speaking, and I'll be at the Conscious Life Expo from February the 20th to the 23rd. I'll be doing a 1-hour lecture, and we're going to be doing free Wolfe Non-Surgical Cell Sonic Regeneration treatments those 3 days if you want to come and visit us at the booth. So go to consciouslifeexpo.com, and everybody, I am creating DoD Power Pack all over the world. Every time somebody buys a cell sonic regeneration or a cardio med bed, which sold for $250,000, we sell it for $45,000. And our cell sonic sells for $35,000, which is half the price of anybody on the market. We give the whole training, everything we do, we give it for free. Okay? We also have a 2-year warranty on our cardio med bed and our cell sonic regeneration. We're the only people in the world doing that with energy medicine, giving a 2-year instead of a 1-year. And our cell sonic regeneration has 500,000 pulses on it, not 50,000 like most of them, or 35,000. Okay? Check out dodpowerpack.com if you'd like to become a practitioner. You've always wanted to do it. Or if you'd like to find a practitioner, okay, that has a DoD Power Pack clinic, go to dodpowerpack.com. And just know this, everyone. We have financing available in the United States for all our friends and family if you're interested in taking any of our courses. And if you're interested in our equipment, we have financing right on the website, okay, dodpowerpack.com for our cell sonic regeneration and our cardio med bed. I'm here in Extrapazi, Montenegro, and I run the DoD 5-star health and healing resort. And we are going to be opening up a second one, and it will be totally run by my son. I'll only be there half of the year, and that will be in St. Cloud, Florida. And that's opening up in February of 2026 on Jim Gale's Food Forest Abundance property. And it will be the Doc of Detox World Healing Training and Treatment Retreat, and also where you'll be able to come and stay for a few days or even a couple of months. And the whole property is a food forest abundance property where you'll be taught permaculture, electroculture, composting, how to grow your food. Well, there's just so much, okay? We're coming together to create this, all right? These are all the different platforms we're on, okay? And Jenny, we're on TikTok, so please add TikTok, and it's Braveheart Nation. TikTok, please add that. Remember I asked yesterday? Thank you. Please get it added. All right. And then here's where you'll find where you can download any of our audios from any of our shows, if you'd like. We have fulfillment centers in the United States, Canada, and Australia, and we ship all over the world. If you like our products, become an affiliate. It's called docofdetoxpartner.com, and if you share our products, you'll be paid on sharing the products, okay? And that'll help you buy your own. If you're in the health business, you can give me a call, and you can become a wholesaler if you'd like on Doc of Detox Nutraceuticals, okay? And these are just a couple of pictures of DoD 5-star. This is our healing retreat here in Extrapazi, Montenegro, Mexico. And if you're interested in consultations, you can either go to consultations at Doc of Detox, pay $150 to one of my master practitioners, and you'll get lifetime support. Or you can actually call me up. I charge $350 and I give you lifetime support as well. That means call us as much as you want, okay? This is just some of our Braveheart line of clothing. And we've got sweaters, tees, and hats, and water bottles. There's the Perfect Day Guide. Right now, if you want to get a hardcover, it's half price. It's $48. That's delivered to your door in Australia, United States, and Canada. When there's 100 sold in Australia or Canada or United States, then it goes back to $95, everyone. Okay? Healthy to 100 book. You can download that for free at pdgfree.com or get a copy for $15. And remember something, everyone. It's self-care. It's not health care. And understand something. You don't want to come to me forever. You don't want to go to our practitioner forever. Our practitioners, our DoD practitioners, they train you. Yeah, they'll treat you and they'll guarantee their treatment with the money back, but they're training you. Like we train everyone. You need to become your own practitioner. You know the human body is so amazing. You know that we can all live to 120? And understand something. My younger brother, he passed on 4 years ago. Okay? All right? Almost everybody in my family has got something wrong with them. Did you know that I've never had to go for surgery? You know that I'm not on any drugs? Now, what makes me any different? Well, first of all, it's here. You got to crack your coconut. You got to open up your subconscious like a menu. And then you've got to go, when you go to a buffet, do you go to eat everything? No, you focus on the things you want to eat, right? So you want to focus on the things you want in your life. I'm telling you, if you don't change your personality, you'll never change your reality. So you need to get that, okay? Or you're just going to be struggling for the rest of your life. Please check out my Whole Life Health Certified course, all right? And if you don't want to do that, okay, then go into the bhnapp.com, okay, and then go do the Braveheart Emotional Intelligence course. It'll take you a month, and it's free. It used to be $1,000, but we don't charge for any of our master classes, and we have more free master classes than anybody else, and it's all in the BHN app. So remember something, everybody. It's self-love, okay? Stop looking for everybody to fill up your heart. Fill up your own heart and celebrate that which created the universe loved you so much that you exist. Every day I get up, I just go, I exist. It doesn't matter what goes on in the world or with my family. I'm there to support them, but I am not going to suffer for them or suffer for the world. I want you to think about this. We've all been programmed to suffer. Tell me I'm wrong, okay? So remember, it's self-love. And to do that, you've got to first love yourself. Learn how to fly high, okay? So together we're stronger, and this is why we've created Braveheart Nation, okay? This is why we created the app. This is why I give away almost everything that I create, okay? Because guess what? I was created by my Creator to create, and I have unlimited possibility. So where's it going to end? It's never going to end, okay? I want to thank everybody for joining me, okay? I am love. I am healed. I am Braveheart. Today and every day, from the moment that I rise until I gently close my eyes, I will trust, honor, respect, protect, and love myself first and foremost before anyone else or anything else. So help me God. Because I am, I can. I am healed. I am Braveheart. God bless everyone.
It's time to let it go. Shaking like Elvis. Feel the funky flow. Don't let it weigh you down. It's time to take the stage. Free yourself from the chains of your digestion cage. The scoop on poop is the truth you need. Daily cleanse. the secret.